Okay, Year 5. So most of you did really well on this test. The main points for things that you will need to improve is making sure that you read the text and the questions properly. When you're answering longer questions, make sure that you give evidence from the text. And finally, don't waste time writing out long sentences for a 1-mark question. I'm now going to talk you through the answers to the questions and make sure you've got your green pen ready to include any information that you missed off the first time. Okay, question number 1. The story is written from the perspective of Poppy. She's the main character, she's the one who's telling the story. Number 2 caught a lot of you out. It says that Poppy's birthday was in the holidays. That's when she got her phone, and the main part of the story then takes place on the first day back at school. So a lot of you did put birthday, but that wasn't actually what was happening at the start. The birthday was referring to something that had happened in the past. Number 3, she felt quite jealous of her friend, and the story is mainly set in a school. Pretty much everyone got that one right. Number 5, so the order of the event, she gets the new phone first, that's number 1. Then she takes it to school, then she loses her phone, then the phone is found in Lucy's bag. So if you think about it, that's the only order that could possibly make any sense. So going down in columns, your numbers should be 4, 2, 3, 1. Explain 2 things that the words shiny treasure suggest about the phone. If you said something like, it is shiny and it's a treasure, that doesn't tell you anything. You've got to think, what would somebody who doesn't know what the word shiny and treasure, how could you describe it to them? So you have to think, right, okay, shiny means new or clean. Treasure means that it's expensive or precious. You've got to think about what the words mean, not just repeat them. On to question 7. Poppy was late, almost late, because she spent a lot of time deciding whether or not to take the phone, and also she went back for her phone, so either of these is fine. Number 8, most of you got this. She wasn't actually feeling physically sick, but she was sick with worry because the phone was missing and she knew she should not have taken it to school. Number 9, about 50% of people got this one right. So the author says the way she left the classroom, she left it sluggishly and plodded. So you need both of those words to get the mark. Number 10, the fact that she was moving sluggishly and plodding along tells us that she's walking slowly because she's worried and scared about seeing her mum. Question number 11. This one was looking for the very specific sentence, knowing the outcome, I felt around inside my bag one last time. The key words there being one last time. Number 12, you had to do quite a lot to get these 2 marks. You had to show 2 ways where she was excited and 2 ways where she was worried. So here's the examples for excited. That when she was, well, she basically says, I was so excited. And the other one is where I remembered the phone and my heart picked up a beat or 2. I've also given you a mark if you've made reference to she couldn't wait to show Lucy her phone as well, because that is where she's feeling excited. Worried, you could have about the lump in her throat, feeling sick, chest feeling tight, not being able to breathe, not making proper eye contact. Number 13, most of you got this bit, that they chose similar coats and shoes. Number 14, words that have the same meaning as pleaded include begged, implored, beseeched or supplicated. Most of you went for begged as a easy to understand word. Now number 15 was asking you to write what Poppy would say to her mum when she got home. So this was getting you to write in role as Poppy. So we wanted you to say things using the words regret or plead, or saying that she was very sorry, or maybe Poppy explaining that she lied because she was jealous and wanted something better than Lucy for once. So you might have written something saying, I'm so sorry, Mum, I went against you and your wishes and something absolutely terrible nearly happened because of it. I only did it because I was trying to impress Lucy and I'm so jealous of all the nice things that she has. I promise that I'll never do it again. I'm really sorry, Mum. On to the section about lightning. So number 16, it's dangerous to stand near trees and tall buildings because the ground's positive charge concentrates around anything that sticks up. Or you could say that it strikes those buildings. If you're near them, it might strike you. So that's another reason for them being dangerous. The labels on the cloud, you need to have put either positive charge or protons. If you've just written the word positive, that's not enough. Same with the bottom box, you need to have written negative charge or electrons. Number 18, lightning bolts are 29,000 degrees Celsius, or you could have put 6 times hotter than the surface of the sun. Most of you got this one right. Number 19 is 6 miles. Number 20, it's the cumulonimbus or a thunderhead cloud. So they're the two names for the type of cloud which cause lightning. On to question 21. Most often is intracloud, in the middle is cloud to ground, and least often is the ball lightning. Number 22, the word originate is closest in meaning to develop. 23 was very, very tricky because although it was a 1-mark question, it was asking you to put a whole sentence as the answer. So it could be a reddish, luminous ball, but can also come in any colour. So you had to put all 3, reddish, luminous ball, come in any colour. All of those, bit tricky. Number 24, substantial is closest in meaning to strong. 25 was also very tricky because it was asking you to refer that it was a summary of the key information. So if you put something about a catchy slogan that shows you everything you need to know in one poster, then that would get you 1 mark. If you said something about how it was quite likeable, that the lion might appeal to the children, might make them want to read the information, then that would get you 1 mark too. Number 26, the 2 key things that you need to do are 1, go indoors and seek shelter, and number 2, stop activities. So they're the 2 things. 27 was quite a tricky question. So you had to make reference to the text. That means copy out bits from the text which tell you that lightning is actually dangerous to humans and to animals. So I'm not going to read all of these out. If you would like to read them, pause the video now and have a read through some of the answers that you could have put to get 2 marks. Number 28 was also quite tricky. So this is comparing lightning to water. So when you're comparing something, some things are the same and some things are not the same. So it's giving you a comparison that the user will recognise. So most users can imagine in their head putting a little tiny bit of blackcurrant juice into the bathwater and it's spreading out. So they're comparing the fact that lightning spreads out in water to that if you put blackcurrant juice, that would spread out in water. On to the poem. The poem is about spring. Number 30, it's about the beginning of the day because you've got the cockerel crowing and the dawn chorus, the birds tweeting in the morning. So if you put something like morning, dawn, daybreak or sunrise, that is correct. 31, you did pretty well with these. Defeated means beaten in a battle. Prevailing means the most frequent. Retreated means withdraw. And grazing means to feed on. So most of you got all right on that one. Number 32, you needed 2 out of these. So blue sky prevailing, rain is over and gone, green field sleeps in the sun, small clouds are sailing, or the lake doth glitter. Number 33, the stream is flowing. This means it's moving freely, continuously, steadily, smoothly, or easily. Number 34, This is referring to a loud cry or a shout. So the whooping means that they're saying it loudly, excitedly, with joy or happiness. So that's how they're saying it. Number 35, so things that you can see. For example, the lake doth glitter, the green field sleeps in the sun. Hear, things that you can hear, like crowing, twitter, whooping. So things that you can actually hear in the poem. Number 36, as long as what you said made sense, I've given you a mark for this. So a lot of you made references to a feeling of calmness, happiness and joy. A few people mentioned the love of nature, and a few people mentioned about the new life as well. So you wanted to try and get all three of these to get 3 marks. Some people, I think a lot of people got 1, a few people got 2, I think maybe a couple of people got 3 for mentioning all 3. And that's it.